Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Cal, and I'm going to be broadcasting a Pro 1v1. It's going to be the second game between ESC Monchi and Acer Nerchio. The map is going to be Tal'Darim Altar, and that last game was actually very interesting. It ended quite shortly, so you could tell that Nerchio is a little bit better, or at least had the advantage of that map. I'm not quite sure. Ended with Mutalisk sniping that Twilight Council. And if the blink wasn't researched, that means that the Protoss was pretty much screwed at that point. But I don't think he should have gave up sometimes. But anyway, the map is going to be Tal'Darim Altar, and Monchi is going to be Forge Fast expanding. It's going to be 99% of the time. Protosses will do it every time, especially on a map like this, unless the Zerg becomes a douche and cheeses. And yeah, ESC Monchi is going to be spawning to the top left as the green Protoss. Very, very native color to the Protoss, if you know what I mean. Not really. Anyway, blue is going to... oh, wow. Okay, anyway, bottom right, we're going to have Nerchio spawning as the blue Zerg. Sorry about that, guys. I have not cast in a while. It's been quite a bit, but Nerchio actually doesn't have... I think he's going to... Yes, he is going to get the spawning pool. But at the same time, Nerchio is going to be scouting as well. So it's not going to be a 15 hatch from Acer Nerchio, which can be punishable, especially on this map with the Forge Fast Expand. For you Zergs out there who do 15 hatch, it's not really worth it, because since Protosses will Forge Fast Expand like this, most of the time if they see you're doing a 15 hatch, they're going to cannon rush you pretty much most of the time. If not, then you got lucky. No, I'm kidding. I don't... honestly don't care. I'm just saying that expect a cannon rush if that happens, if you do a 15 hatch and stuff like that. We do have a drone that's going to be checking out this probe. No, it's actually a little bit of misclickage, but that's fine. That is all good. And I'm curious what actually, you know what, Monchi is going to go for a cannon rush still, even though Nerchio didn't do a 15 hatch. So this is really interesting. This is going to kick off the game pretty well. Going to be annoying for Nerchio. I'm surprised that Nerchio does not have an Overlord. He did cancel 2 gas geysers to get those extra 2 drones? No, to get that queen. And I don't know, I think Nerchio, does he know about it? Let's see. He does not know about it, but he is suspicious. He does see that probe, and he does see the cannon, so now he knows, and that's very annoying for a Zerg player. Nerchio probably is going to have to cancel this because, or he should push for, yeah, I think, yes, Nerchio is going to push with the Zerglings. He should cancel this hatchery because it is pretty much left for dead. Pretty good game, by the way, just not gonna lie. Left 4 Dead was a pretty fun game, especially with friends. But anyway, this is StarCraft. What am I talking about? So he did cancel it? Yes, he did cancel the... Nerchio did cancel the hatchery, so this is going to delay quite a bit. But at the same time, Zerglings are going to try to do damage. Probes are being pulled off the line. A cannon is going down. Zerglings are being split up, and they're just going to go straight for the main base. No cannons here. This is very annoying for Monchi, but... Monchi very far ahead because he killed that hatchery, or at least forced the cancel. But Nerchio is going to take his third over here. He's actually going to double expand, which I really do like this because Protosses won't check all of the bases most of the time. In fact, that's actually for most races. So if the Protoss doesn't detect this hatchery, oh my goodness, the Protoss detected the hatchery. This is evil. Monchi just being a real thorn in Nerchio's side, and he's also getting a Zealot out. Oh, this is so annoying for a Zerg player. I would imagine Pylon is going to go down, and Zergling is going to scout. He does see the Pylon, so he's like, are you kidding me? Actually, the Zergling is going to kill... No, he's not going to kill the probe, but, oh man, this is just a very rough spot. Monchi... managing to get those cannons up, and so far, very exciting game. Monchi's still gonna cannon rush. Oh my god, gonna have to force the cancel on that drone, and this is just a really rough spot. No Nexus still from Monchi. If he grabs that Nexus, he will officially be ahead. But the third base is done for, or sorry, I'm used to this being like the third or fourth base. The natural, I guess. Well, it's not really natural. Okay, it's the second base of Nerchio is going to go down. And Monchi still doesn't have his Nexus down. I'm very surprised. I feel like this is very all-in-ish. So if if Monchi doesn't grab his Nexus, he's essentially doing a one base all in, which the Zerg could punish easily. He is going for roaches, so looks like Nerchio's not going to go for an all in, but his Protoss opponent probably thinks that he is. I mean, what can you do in this situation when you have cannons in your natural? That is just so evil. Roaches are going to be spawning out. Well, I'm curious, is no layers going down for Nerchio, so there isn't going to be that Galil reconstitution. He's just going to get those slow, powerful roaches, which is still a good choice. Cannons are going down. Still no Nexus from Monchi, and there's the Nexus finally. Very late, but doesn't really matter because Zerg is he's hurting. He's definitely hurting. Those roaches did snipe that probe, and I'm curious. So it looks like Nerchio is going to push out with these roaches. So if Monchi could hold these roaches, that's going to be pretty bad for the Zerg even more. And Nerchio's trying to take this risk so he could stay back in the game. There is no speed on the way for the Zerglings, so this is going to be essentially a roach all in, but not really an all in because there's going to be it's going to be a base here. So that's good stuff. So it looks like the only thing that's pumping out units is going to be this hatchery here, and the layer is going down as well. It is halfway done. Larva just popped out in another expansion over here. This is insane. Roaches are going to move in. 2 cannons are there. If there's a force field, this would be money, but it's not going to be too great. Force field. Both the sentries and the zealot did die, which is very heavy gas cost for the Protoss player, but there are just simply too many cannons. One cannon does go down. Another cannon is going to go down for Monchi. Another cannon could die. One cannon does go here, and there's only one cannon left, and it looks like Monchi is going to wall off completely, and the roaches are going to tee off this gateway, and there's going to be a stalker morphing out there, actually going to focus on the forge, microing those roaches so they don't die. Cannons are going to move in. Nerchio is going to snipe that one photon cannon, which he did do. So rough spot for the Protoss, but Nerchio is buying himself a lot of time. Honestly, buying him enough time to get these expansions up and running. And once that goes down, Protoss will be pretty far behind because the Protoss committed a lot with these cannons. I mean, this is so 1.5 times 4 is. It's like 600 minerals about. My math is not great, guys, as you can imagine. So 2 Stargates are actually on the way for the Protoss player. So Monchi's going to follow this up with probably some double Phoenix or Void Rays, which is actually a really good response considering the fact that the Zerg player is getting roaches. So this is very annoying. I can't imagine what Zerg has to go through. They have to deal with Blue Flame Hellions. They got to deal with cannon rushing. They got to deal with Void Rays. They got, oh my goodness. It seems like, yeah, definitely Zerg is the hardest matchup of all 3 races. Easiest is probably Protoss, I'd have to guess, but still, yeah, I can't imagine because Zerg is it's a tough race, man. And if you mess up once, it's really bad. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean, guys. I'm being awkward today. I'm Mr. Awkward Man today. I'm Mr. Aquaman. I don't know what Aquaman is, so I'm just gonna shut up. And there's the Hydras moving out. There's group spines on the way, along with 6 sets of Zerglings. And still, these cannons are right here. I would like Nerchio to take out these photon cannons, but looks like Nerchio, he does have anti-air now, so that air threat isn't gonna be too devastating. There are 2 Phoenixes on the field, 2 more on the way, so it is going to be a double Stargate Phoenix, which I prefer more than Void Rays because Phoenixes are faster and they keep Zerg on its toes and buys you enough time. But Hydras are going to focus down the Forge that is trying to get the +1. Stalkers cannot reach it. They can reach the Roaches, but that Forge is going to go down, which is going to allow these Zerglings to just stream in and tank for the Roaches and Hydras. It looks like Monchi is going to go for it. I don't like this push out at all. Phoenixes are going to move and pick up the Hydras. Zealots are repositioning themselves. Nice force field. It's going to put a little tiny choke, but it's not going to be good because Zergling kind of broke through the cybernetics core. Phoenixes are going to pick up the rest of the units, and oh my goodness, I think Monchi might hold. He's warping in more Zealots. The sentries did go down. 1 Stalker's left. Probes being pulled off the line. No more energy for the Phoenixes, and I think that's pretty much game, guys, unless he could warp in more units. Chrono Boosts are on the gateways. Roaches are going to try to snipe the pylons, and Nerchio pretty far ahead now that he's killing off this And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a GG. So very, very interesting game. There is one pylon. Artusa's pylon does go down. And there is the well played. No GG, though. It's just going to be well played, which is just as good-mannered. So, wow, that was a very intense game. And, yeah, I'm just going to move into game number 3, and I'll see you guys there.